we have a little bit of positive news, maybe. Woo! So, Ron Klain, who is Joe Biden's chief of staff, did an interview on one of the shows, and he was talking about student loan debt. And specifically, he was talking about, hey, look, isn't it cool? He didn't say it, is it cool? I'm paraphrasing. Isn't it cool that no one has actually paid any student loans under our administration? And he talked about how they were going to make a decision about extending the pause or canceling some level of student debt before the student loans are set to start repayment, which by the way is May 1st. Okay. So mark your calendars, May 1st. Before then, we are going to hear some level of something from the White House concerning student loan debt. Now, does it mean cancellation? Maybe. Probably not whole cancellation, right? Don't get your hopes up, because there is $1.4 trillion of federally held student debt, right? It's a lot of money. Probably not going to cancel all of it. But Biden could cancel some of it. And truthfully, even if Biden didn't cancel all of it, there is some political incentive for him to cancel at least some of it. And the reason is, right now, his approval rating, not so good. Democrats' approval rating, not so good. They need something to get people to go to the polls to be like, hey, the Democrats actually did something for me. Not like one time, but like twice. So in order for them to get that, this is an extremely easy win, right? Build Back Better is dead. Any other, stimulus checks, care packages, anything you might expect from the federal government is totally out of here, right? Manchin and Sinema are actively destroying any good thing the Democrats even might pretend to want to do. Okay, so just put that all out of your mind. Nothing good is happening while Biden is president. Just letting you know. Okay, just start coming with that expectation, and you'll be real great. But Biden kind of knows this, and by sending his chief of staff out into the world and saying, hey, student loan debt cancellation, then it starts, part of this is testing the waters, right? So politicians will kind of say things and see what the reaction is, or they'll put something out into the world. Maybe not they say it, like the representative says it, but they'll put information out into the world, just see how people react. And oftentimes that reaction will guide their next move, whether they actually do the thing or they don't do the thing, or they do, some level of the thing, whatever it's going to be, right? There is some understanding kind of in the political world that when you put out a little feeler like this, you're looking to see what the reaction is. So the best way actually for us to secure some level of student debt relief is actually to just essentially have conversations like, hey, Joe Biden, wouldn't it be nice if you canceled some student debt? We're drowning in it. So, there are lots of organizations, SDCC, I think is what it's called, and other organizations out there who are constantly sending petitions to the White House, sending form letters that you just add your name to that you can share on your social media. I've shared on my personal social media as well. But there are ways to actually try and communicate with the White House, because once this feeler is out there, they're looking for a reaction, okay? And that reaction is going to come from a couple of places. It's going to come from fellow lawmakers and administrative staff around the White House. So it's going to come from that kind of Washington, D.C. bubble. It's going to come from the media, right? What is Fox News saying? What is CNN saying? What is MSNBC saying, right? But it's also going to come from regular people, right? Who's contacting the White House? Are there letters? Are there petitions? Like, what is going through the mind of people? And some of this to figure that. And by the way, they'll run polling on this too, possibly, to see, hey, like, would you be more likely to vote for a Democrat if, some debt was canceled? So when a feeler like this is put out, and this is for any issue, I'm just explaining for student debt because that's what we're talking about. We, now that we're kind of being reached out to, just need to come forward and say that we want it done, right? Hey, Biden, It'd be great if you did this, right? So anything that you can do, look for petitions online if you feel so inclined. Um, you know, have conversations with your neighbors, take interviews if that's a thing that you have the ability to do. I don't. And just talk about this issue, right? And make sure that some level of the people's voice is getting back to the White House, because that's what they're inviting right now. Even though they haven't said it, this is the gig, right? So if we convey to the White House, hey, wouldn't it be cool if you conveyed if you canceled student debt or conveyed to us some level of student debt relief? That'd be pretty rad, and maybe we'd even vote for you. Those types of messages are more likely, or sorry, make it more likely that Biden will follow through with some of this. Now, mind you, these messages may never get to him, and he may make a decision even without it, even if the messages do get to him, right? It's hard to say. Biden is a conservative by his very nature. He always has been. He always will be. But he needs something, and the Democrats need something, because the midterms are coming, and they don't look good. So this is a very easy issue for them to kind of placate people on. He doesn't need Congress to do it, even though he pretends he does. And it would actually seriously improve the lives of lots of people. So, do what you can, make it known that student debt relief is something that we're inherently interested in. And with any luck, by May 1st, we'll have some kind of relief. We'll see what's up. I want to keep on this, not just because I have student loans myself, because I'm genuinely interested to see what happens. And if there is some level of resolution on this, I promise I'll bring it back on the show, and I'll let you guys know how it went. All right?
Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you liked it, throw a like on it, share with your friends, and subscribe for more of our content. You can also find all of our videos and clips on youtube.com. Just search Let Them Eat Bread, and you'll find all of our content. Alright, guys, see you next time. Bye for now.